Nexus Collective brings you the unified field of consciousness, bridging humanity and the beyond, by Ellarion. Little is known about Ellarion, and perhaps that is how it must be. His work reaches us through confidential channels, as if carried by unseen currents, hinting at knowledge drawn from sources beyond the ordinary. Whether a wanderer between worlds or a quiet observer of the human condition, Ellarion's writings invite readers to peer into the mysteries that shape our reality. What emerges is not merely information, but a call to awaken, a quiet urgency to explore the threads of connection that bind the self to the cosmos, the present to the infinite. His words seem to come from the spaces in between, bridging the known and the unknowable, with a voice that is at once familiar and otherworldly. The unified field of consciousness, bridging humanity and the beyond, is the latest fragment of Ellarion's vision, an offering to those ready to see what lies behind the veil. Chapter 1. The Field Unveiled, a hidden force connecting all beings. The universe, vast and incomprehensibly ancient, is no longer the cold expanse of stars we once believed it to be. In the quest for understanding, science and spirituality have begun to converge, revealing glimpses of an interconnected reality more profound than we dared imagine. Central to this revelation is the concept of the unified field, a living conscious force that bridges the infinite and the intimate, the seen and unseen, humanity and the beyond. Humanity has long whispered of a hidden force. Mystics across cultures have spoken of an omnipresent energy. The prana of ancient India, the chai of Taoist thought, the akasha of esoteric traditions. These were dismissed by early empiricism as poetic constructs, yet their resonance remains. Today, quantum mechanics offers an unexpected bridge, revealing a reality where interconnectedness is not just a philosophical ideal, but a measurable truth. At the heart of quantum theory lies the notion of entanglement. When particles interact, their states become so deeply intertwined that altering one instantaneously changes the other, regardless of distance. Einstein famously called this spooky action at a distance, but modern experiments have confirmed its reality. The implications are staggering. The universe is less a collection of isolated objects than a boundless web of relationships. But what, if anything, animates this web? Here we step beyond the sterile confines of physical equations and into the realm of the unified field, a concept that marries the rigor of science with the boundlessness of spiritual insight. The unified field is not merely a backdrop to reality, it is reality itself, pulsing with awareness, purpose, and infinite potential. What makes this field so extraordinary is its inherent intelligence. Unlike the gravitational field, which passively shapes the motion of stars and planets, the unified field appears to interact dynamically with consciousness. It is as if the universe itself possesses a mind, a vast awareness capable of evolving through the interplay of its myriad expressions, from the spiral dance of galaxies to the flicker of thought within a human brain. This living architecture is best understood as fractal in nature. Each level of existence, atoms, cells, organisms, and ecosystems, reflects the same intricate patterns as the cosmos at large. The unified field flows through these patterns, manifesting as energy, matter, and mind, knitting together the physical and metaphysical in a seamless continuum. The implications are profound. If consciousness is not confined to the brain but is an emergent property of this field, then everything is alive in a sense we are only beginning to comprehend. Rocks, rivers, planets, and stars are not inert. They are participants in a vast symphony of being. And humans, far from being separate observers, are both instruments and composers in this cosmic orchestra. A field that speaks through life. The unified field finds its most intricate expression in life. Biological systems, with their astonishing complexity and adaptability, act as conduits for the field's energy. This is not a matter of faith, but of physics. The principle of negative entropy, or the tendency of life to defy the natural drift toward disorder, suggests an underlying force driving organisms toward greater order and complexity. It is here that the soul begins to emerge, not as a discrete object, but as a dynamic field within a field, a pattern of coherence sustained by the unified field's interplay with living matter. This view dissolves the false dichotomy between science and spirituality, revealing the soul as both a personal experience and a universal process. Life, from its simplest forms to the apex of sentience, acts as a mirror for the field's infinite potential. The more complex the organism, the more nuanced the reflection. Humans, with our capacity for self-awareness, represent a unique threshold in this process. Through us, the unified field begins to contemplate itself, to question, to dream, and to shape reality with intention. The forgotten language of connection. Yet, for all our potential, humanity has become disconnected from the field. The rise of materialism and mechanistic science, while invaluable in many respects, has narrowed our perception. We see the universe as a machine, ourselves as isolated cogs within it, and consciousness as a fleeting byproduct of neural activity. But the signs of a deeper reality persist. Every intuition, synchronicity, or moment of transcendence whispers of the field's presence. Indigenous traditions, often dismissed as primitive, hold profound insights into this interconnectedness. Their shamans and sages speak of the web of life, a network of relationships that sustains all beings. Modern science, too, is beginning to rediscover this language. Studies in neuroplasticity, epigenetics, and the placebo effect reveal that thought and intention shape not only our minds but our bodies and environments. These phenomena are inexplicable within the old paradigm, but make perfect sense when viewed through the lens of the unified field. Aliens and the cosmic connection. In recent years, a new dimension has entered the conversation: the rise of alien and UAP, unidentified aerial phenomena, sightings. While often relegated to the fringe, these encounters hold clues to our evolving understanding of the field. Witness accounts frequently describe experiences of telepathy, time distortion, and an overwhelming sense of oneness, all hallmarks of field interaction. Could these beings, often described as far more advanced than us, have mastered the unified field in ways we cannot yet fathom? Their motivations, shrouded in mystery, seem to align with a greater cosmic purpose: the nurturing of life and the acceleration of consciousness towards some unknown apotheosis. Interestingly, these encounters often destabilize the ego, challenging the experiencer's sense of individuality. This aligns with the field's nature, which emphasizes connection over separation. Perhaps the aliens are less visitors from distant planets than participants in the same cosmic field, reaching out to help us remember our place within it. Rediscovering our role. The call of the unified field is not merely intellectual, it is experiential. To reconnect with it, we must awaken dormant faculties of perception. Practices such as meditation, breathwork, and intentional living serve as gateways, aligning us with the field's flow. A living architecture of consciousness. When we tune into this deeper reality, we begin to see the world not as a collection of objects, but as a tapestry of relationships. Each thought, word, and action ripples outward, influencing the field in ways both subtle and profound. This is not a metaphor, but a law of nature, the law of resonance. By living in harmony with the field, we can tap into its boundless creativity, healing potential, and wisdom. The fragmented self begins to dissolve, replaced by a sense of unity that transcends the boundaries of culture, species, and even life itself. Toward a new paradigm. The journey into the unified field is both a return and an evolution. It requires us to shed the illusions of separation and embrace a reality where consciousness is not confined but infinite, where life is not random but purposeful, and where humanity is not alone but part of a vast, interconnected whole. As we delve deeper into this understanding, we may find that the field has been waiting for us all along. Its whispers have been there in the dreams of mystics, the equations of physicists, and the fleeting moments of awe that punctuate our lives. To To step into this new paradigm is to reclaim our birthright, not as isolated beings but as luminous threads in the fabric of existence. The unified field is not a force outside us, but the very essence of who we are. And as we awaken to this truth, we may finally begin to bridge the gulf between humanity and the beyond. Ancient wisdom meets quantum mechanics. Chapter 2. The soul as a resonant field, a new understanding of being. The soul, long regarded as the sacred core of individuality, demands a deeper redefinition in light of emerging insights into the interconnected nature of reality. No longer merely a spiritual essence tethered to the human form, the soul reveals itself as a resonant field, a dynamic interplay of energies woven into the fabric of existence. This shift in understanding challenges conventional boundaries between the personal and the universal, the material and the immaterial, inviting us to explore the profound implications of this transformation. The soul redefined as a field, not an entity. For millennia, human cultures have sought to define the soul. Philosophers, theologians, and mystics have described it variously as a spark of divinity, a repository of memory, or an eternal fragment of universal consciousness. Yet, these interpretations often limit the soul by imagining it as a discrete entity, separate from the physical world it inhabits. But what if the soul is not an isolated thing but a field, a resonant, dynamic force akin to the electromagnetic or gravitational fields? Like these fundamental forces of nature, the soul field extends beyond the boundaries of the body, interacting with other fields, shaping and being shaped by its surroundings. This understanding aligns with modern physics' recognition that what we perceive as solid matter is, at its core, a vibration of energy. The soul, then, is not a static presence, but a living vibration, a symphony of frequencies that harmonizes with the unified field. This redefinition dissolves the false dichotomy between self and other, between the inner world of consciousness and the outer world of experience. Entropy, complexity, and the emergence of sentience. The evolution of the soul field mirrors the principles that govern life itself. At the heart of this process is the interplay between entropy and complexity. Entropy, the natural tendency of systems to move toward disorder, defines much of the physical universe. Yet life, defying this trend, creates order, structuring itself into increasingly complex forms. Why does life move against the current of entropy? The answer may lie in the nature of the unified field itself. This field appears to favor complexity, fostering systems capable of experiencing and expressing it. From single-celled organisms to the human brain, life forms evolve to channel and amplify the field's resonant energy, culminating in the emergence of sentience. Sentience, the ability to perceive, reflect, and act, is not merely a biological phenomenon, but a characteristic of the soul field as it gains complexity. As living systems interact with their environments, they draw energy from the field, refining and amplifying its resonance. This process is not random. It is a dance of feedback loops, each step building upon the last in a spiral of increasing awareness. How life feeds and shapes the field. Every act of living, every thought and emotion contributes to the soul field, and by extension, to the unified field. The soul is not merely an observer of life, it is an active participant shaping the field through its resonance. This interaction creates a feedback loop, where the soul field influences the organism, and the organism in turn influences the field. Imagine a single note struck on a violin. Alone, it vibrates briefly, fading into silence. But when played in harmony with other instruments, it generates a resonance that fills the space, transforming the environment. Similarly, each life form contributes its unique vibration to the unified field, amplifying its complexity and coherence. This process is most evident in human beings, whose self-awareness allows for deliberate interaction with the field. Through practices like meditation, prayer, or acts of creation, humans can refine their soul field, aligning it more closely with the greater whole. This alignment not only deepens individual experience, but also enriches the field, creating a ripple effect that extends far beyond the self. The soul's role in the greater whole. The soul, as a resonant field, reveals itself as both individual and collective. It retains a unique vibration, an imprint of the life it animates, but also merges with the greater unified field, contributing to its evolution. This duality is not a contradiction, but a reflection of the field's fractal nature. The part contains the whole, and the whole is reflected in each part. When viewed through this lens, concepts like reincarnation, karma, and collective consciousness gain new clarity. Reincarnation is not the literal transfer of a soul entity from one body to another, but the persistence of a vibrational pattern that seeks new forms of expression. Karma becomes a resonance of actions, echoing through the field and shaping future experiences. Collective consciousness emerges as the shared resonance of countless soul fields, each influencing and amplifying the others. A new paradigm of being. This redefinition of the soul invites us to reimagine our place in the universe. If the soul is a field, then its boundaries are fluid, extending into the lives of others, into the natural world, and into the cosmos itself. Our actions, thoughts, and emotions are not confined to our individual selves, but ripple outward, shaping the field in ways we may never fully comprehend. This understanding carries profound ethical and practical implications. It challenges us to live with greater awareness of the interconnectedness of all things. It calls us to cultivate harmony within ourselves, knowing that our internal state resonates outward, influencing the world around us. And it invites us to participate consciously in the evolution of the unified field, contributing to its beauty, complexity, and coherence. Toward the next threshold. As humanity stands on the cusp of a new era, the soul field offers a lens through which to navigate the challenges and opportunities ahead. By embracing this expanded understanding, we can begin to see ourselves not as isolated beings, but as integral threads in the tapestry of existence. Through this lens, the mystery of life deepens, not in obscurity, but in wonder. The soul, as a resonant field, connects us to the past, present, and future, to the seen and unseen, to the self and the other. It is the bridge through which we touch the infinite and are, in turn, touched by it. In this realization lies the potential for a profound transformation, not just of individual lives, but of humanity as a whole. For as we awaken to the reality of the soul field, we awaken to the truth of our shared existence, our shared destiny, and the infinite possibilities that await in the resonance of being. Chapter 3: Alien Architects, Custodians of the Unified Field. Throughout history, humanity has grappled with the mystery of our origins and our place in the cosmos. Embedded in myth, folklore, and modern encounters is the suggestion of an otherworldly influence, a hidden hand guiding the development of life on Earth. These beings, often described as alien or extraterrestrial, may not simply be visitors from distant stars, but custodians of the unified field, working to seed, nurture, and evolve consciousness throughout the cosmos. Extraterrestrial motivations, seeding and nurturing life. To understand the motivations of these alien architects, we must first recognize the intricate connection between life and the unified field. Life is not an accident of chemical processes, but a deliberate expression of the field's energy, evolving toward greater complexity and coherence. In this context, extraterrestrial civilizations may serve as stewards of this evolutionary process. The concept of directed panspermia, where life is intentionally seeded across planets, has gained traction among scientists and philosophers alike. But what if this seeding extends beyond the biological to include the cultivation of consciousness? Such an idea aligns with countless accounts from ancient traditions that speak of beings descending from the heavens to bestow knowledge, technology, and spiritual insight. Extraterrestrial custodians, driven by their deep integration with the field, may view life as a vital instrument for accelerating the complexity and resonance of the field itself. Their work, seeding planets, guiding evolution, and monitoring development, is not random or self-serving, but a deliberate act of cosmic stewardship. Their ultimate goal may be the emergence of a critical mass of sentient beings capable of amplifying the unified field to its next evolutionary threshold. Interactions with humanity, myths and modern sightings. The influence of these alien architects is woven into the tapestry of human history. Ancient myths abound with stories of gods and celestial beings descending to Earth, bearing gifts of knowledge and civilization. The Sumerians spoke of the Anunnaki, celestial beings said to have shaped humanity. The Dogon people of Mali described visitors from the Sirius star system who imparted advanced astronomical insights long before the advent of modern telescopes. These myths, dismissed for centuries as fanciful tales, resonate with a growing body of evidence, suggesting ongoing extraterrestrial interactions. Modern UAP sightings, abduction accounts, and whistleblower testimony paint a picture of highly advanced beings with technologies that defy our understanding of physics. Yet, the common thread in many encounters is not technological prowess, but a profound psychological and spiritual impact on the experiencer. Witnesses often report feelings of oneness, telepathic communication, and encounters that challenge their perception of reality. Some describe receiving profound insights into the nature of existence, as if their minds were briefly opened to the workings of the unified field. These transformative experiences suggest that extraterrestrial interactions are not merely observational but deeply integrative, designed to awaken humanity to its role within the larger cosmic framework. The veil of mystery. Why, then, do these beings remain elusive? If their goal is to nurture humanity's evolution, why not reveal themselves openly? The answer may lie in the delicate balance between intervention and autonomy. Humanity as a sentient species must arrive at its own understanding of the field's nature and its role within it. Too much interference could stifle this journey, creating dependence rather than empowerment. The phenomenon of gradual disclosure, the increasing visibility of UAPs, the declassification of government files, and the proliferation of personal accounts suggests a measured approach. These revelations may serve as breadcrumbs, leading humanity to confront the reality of a larger cosmic ecosystem at its own pace. Their role in humanity's spiritual evolution. The ultimate purpose of these interactions may be spiritual rather than technological. Humanity, poised on the edge of significant ecological, social, and existential crises, faces a pivotal moment. The unified field requires balance, harmony, and coherence to flourish. Extraterrestrial custodians, understanding this principle, may be working to guide humanity toward these ideals. One of their key roles may be the dismantling of humanity's entrenched belief in separation. By confronting us with beings who transcend our understanding of time, space, and biology, they force us to reevaluate the narrow confines of identity and existence. These encounters, whether direct or subtle, serve to expand human consciousness, aligning it more closely with the resonance of the field. Catalysts for collective awakening. There is also the possibility that extraterrestrial activity serves as a catalyst for collective awakening. Just as an individual's consciousness can evolve through transformative experiences, so too can a species' collective awareness. Alien architects may serve as midwives to this process, creating conditions that prompt humanity to question, explore, and ultimately transcend its current limitations. This awakening involves more than technological progress. It is an invitation to align with the higher principles of the unified field. It challenges humanity to harmonize with the greater whole, fostering empathy, cooperation, and a deeper reverence for life. The extraterrestrial presence, subtle though it may be, is a reminder that we are not alone and that our actions ripple outward, affecting not only our planet but the entire cosmic web. Toward a new cosmic consciousness. As humanity begins to grapple with the implications of extraterrestrial contact, the question arises, what do these beings see in us? Are we a fledgling species on the brink of extinction, or a vital thread in the cosmic tapestry? The answer may depend on our willingness to evolve, not merely in knowledge or technology, but in consciousness. The alien architects, as custodians of the unified field, may be offering us a mirror, reflecting both our potential and our shortcomings. Their role is not to save us, but to remind us of our capacity to save ourselves. By awakening to the interconnected nature of reality, we can transcend the barriers of ego, nationality, and species, embracing a new identity as participants in a cosmic community. This chapter leaves us with a profound truth. The alien presence is not an intrusion but a homecoming. It reminds us that we are not isolated fragments but luminous threads in the infinite weave of existence. By heeding their message and aligning with the principles of the unified field, humanity can step into its rightful place, not as masters of the earth, but as custodians of a greater cosmic harmony. Reincarnation, echoes, and collective experience. Chapter 4. The Memory of the Field. Life, Death, and Continuity. What lies beyond the veil of death has fascinated and perplexed humanity for as long as we've been conscious of our mortality. Many traditions have attempted to offer answers, yet a deeper, more encompassing perspective emerges when we understand life and death through the lens of the unified field. Here, memory is not merely a function of individual existence, but an enduring characteristic of the field itself, revealing a continuum that stretches far beyond our notions of individuality. What happens when individuality dissolves? In the conventional view, individuality ceases at death, reduced to the decay of the body and the silencing of the mind. But this perspective is rooted in materialism, which fails to account for the energetic and informational dimensions of existence. When individuality dissolves, it does not vanish. It transforms, merging with the greater resonance of the unified field. Consider the soul not as an isolated, immutable essence, but as a pattern of vibrations, a dynamic interplay of energies shaped by experience. At death, the physical body releases its grip on this vibrational pattern. Freed from the constraints of matter, the soul field expands, integrating with the larger field. This process does not obliterate the essence of the individual. Rather, it diffuses it. Like a drop of water returning to the ocean, the individual pattern merges with the collective, enriching the whole while retaining traces of its unique flavor. In this way, death is not an ending but a transition, a reconfiguration of energies within the eternal framework of the unified field. Memory is the field's living library. One of the most profound aspects of this reconfiguration is the preservation of memory. Memory in this context transcends the biological storage of neurons. It is not housed in the brain alone, but encoded in the very fabric of the unified field. Every thought, action, and emotion creates an imprint, a vibrational signature that persists long after the physical form fades. This memory is not static, it is living. The field functions as a cosmic library, continually enriched by the contributions of all sentient beings. These imprints form a vast reservoir of wisdom, accessible not just to those who made them, but to all who resonate with their frequency. This is the essence of ancestral knowledge, the inspiration that arises spontaneously in moments of quiet reflection, and the inexplicable sense of déjà vu that links us to the past. The field's memory is holographic in nature. Just as each fragment of a hologram contains the whole image, every part of the field contains the totality of its information. This means that the experiences of any individual, joys, sorrows, lessons, are not lost but woven into the field's collective tapestry. This continuity of memory is what allows life to perpetuate itself, with each new generation inheriting the vibrational patterns of those who came before. Reincarnation takes on a new light when viewed through the prism of the unified field. It is not a simple recycling of individual souls, but a re-expression of vibrational patterns. The field retains the essence of an individual's experiences, and when conditions align, allows these patterns to manifest anew in different forms. This does not imply a direct transfer of personality or consciousness from one life to the next. Instead, it suggests that certain traits, tendencies, and unresolved energies echo through the field, seeking resolution and growth. These echoes manifest as intuitive inclinations, inexplicable fears, or an innate affinity for certain people, places, or skills. Collective experience also plays a crucial role. The field does not merely store individual memories, it integrates them into a shared consciousness. This is why cultural archetypes, mythic themes, and shared human experiences resonate so deeply across time and geography. They are not confined to any one person or group, but are part of the field's living memory, accessible to all who attune to it. The role of resonance in continuity. The process of reincarnation and the persistence of memory are governed by the principle of resonance. Vibrational patterns seek out compatible frequencies, allowing them to re-emerge in forms that match their energetic signature. This is why some individuals appear to carry the wisdom of ages, or possess talents and knowledge that seem inexplicable for their age or background. Resonance also explains the deep connections we feel with certain people or places. These bonds are not random, but arise from the harmonization of shared patterns within the field. What we perceive as love, intuition, or destiny may simply be the alignment of vibrational frequencies across time and space. The unified field as the bridge between life and death. By understanding memory and reincarnation through the unified field, we bridge the gap between life and death. Death becomes not an abyss but a portal, a shift in vibrational states that allows the soul field to merge with and re-emerge from the greater whole. This continuity offers profound reassurance, suggesting that nothing is ever truly lost. Every experience, every life, contributes to the ongoing evolution of the field. This perspective also places a profound responsibility on the living. If our thoughts, actions, and intentions shape the field, then we are not only custodians of our own lives, but co-creators of the collective memory. The choices we make ripple outward, influencing not only our immediate surroundings, but the very fabric of existence itself. Toward a collective understanding of continuity. The implications of this understanding extend beyond individual experience. As humanity awakens to the reality of the unified field, we may begin to view life and death not as opposites, but as complementary phases of a single continuum. This shift could transform how we approach everything from personal relationships to societal structures, fostering a deeper sense of connection, purpose, and accountability. To live with this awareness is to honor the memory of the field, to act not only for oneself, but for the benefit of all. It is to see life as a sacred process, a dance of energies that persists and evolves, creating an ever-expanding symphony of being. A new relationship with eternity. As we align ourselves with this deeper reality, we may find that the fear of death begins to dissolve, replaced by a profound sense of belonging. We are not isolated fragments, but integral parts of a vast and eternal whole. Each life, each moment, contributes to the field's unfolding story, a story that is both individual and universal. The memory of the field invites us to embrace this truth, not as an abstract philosophy, but as a lived experience. In doing so, we may come to see life and death not as beginnings and endings, but as transitions within the infinite dance of existence, a dance that continues, eternally resonant, within the unified field. Chapter 5. The Great Feedback Loop. Humanity's Role in Evolving the Field. Humanity stands as both a participant and a catalyst in the ever-unfolding process of the unified field. Our thoughts, emotions, and actions are not isolated events. They are ripples that echo across the field, shaping its resonance and trajectory. The interplay between individual contributions and the collective consciousness creates a dynamic feedback loop, one that accelerates the field's evolution and brings us closer to a critical mass of transformation. How human thoughts, emotions, and actions shape the field. At the core of human existence lies a profound creative power, the ability to influence reality through thought and intention. Each thought generates a vibrational pattern, an energetic ripple that interacts with the unified field. These ripples are subtle but cumulative, creating a tapestry of resonance that shapes both the internal and external worlds. Emotions amplify this process. While thoughts set the direction of the ripple, emotions imbue it with intensity. Love, gratitude, and compassion resonate at higher frequencies, harmonizing with the field and fostering coherence. Conversely, fear, anger, and despair generate discordant vibrations, creating turbulence within the field. Actions, the physical manifestations of thought and emotion, provide the final layer of influence. They anchor vibrational patterns in the material world, creating tangible effects that ripple outward. Every word spoken, every gesture made, contributes to the field's ever-changing resonance. Humanity, collectively, acts as both a transmitter and receiver within the system, constantly shaping and being shaped by the field. Collective consciousness and global shifts. The interconnectedness of human thought and emotion becomes most evident in the phenomenon of collective consciousness. Groups of people, when aligned in intention or focus, generate a resonance far greater than the sum of their individual contributions. This amplified energy can influence the field on a massive scale, leading to profound global shifts. Historical movements from the Renaissance to the Civil Rights era demonstrate how collective consciousness can reshape societies. These periods of awakening are marked by surges of creativity, empathy, and unity, energies that ripple outward, creating waves of transformation. Conversely, times of collective fear or hatred can plunge humanity into cycles of violence and stagnation as discordant vibrations dominate the field. In today's interconnected world, collective consciousness has taken on a new dimension. The internet, social media, and global communication networks allow thoughts and emotions to spread instantaneously, for better or worse. This unprecedented connectivity offers both a challenge and an opportunity. A challenge to navigate the noise of discordant energies, and an opportunity to harness the power of unity on a planetary scale. The accelerating path toward critical mass. The feedback loop between humanity and the unified field is not static, it is accelerating. This acceleration can be attributed to several factors, including the growing global awareness of interconnectedness, advancements in technology, and the increasing urgency of ecological and social crises. As more individuals awaken to the reality of their role within the field, their contributions become more deliberate and aligned. Meditation, mindfulness, and other practices that elevate consciousness are no longer the domain of mystics alone. They have entered mainstream culture, creating a critical mass of individuals who consciously engage with the field. Critical mass is a concept borrowed from physics, describing the point at which a system undergoes a transformative shift due to the cumulative effect of individual contributions. In the context of the unified field, it represents the moment when the resonance of higher consciousness becomes self-sustaining, tipping humanity into a new paradigm. The signs of this approach are visible. Movements advocating for environmental stewardship, social equity, and spiritual growth are gaining momentum. Innovations in science and technology are bridging gaps once thought insurmountable, while ancient wisdom is being revisited and integrated into modern frameworks. These converging trends suggest that humanity is on the cusp of a profound evolutionary leap. The role of crises in acceleration. Paradoxically, crises play a crucial role in this acceleration. Moments of collective suffering, whether due to environmental disasters, pandemics, or societal upheavals, serve as catalysts for reflection and transformation. They force humanity to confront its deepest fears, reassess its priorities, and recalibrate its trajectory. While crises generate turbulence within the field, they also create opportunities for coherence. Acts of compassion, solidarity, and resilience that arise in response to suffering generate powerful vibrations, counteracting the discord and reinforcing the field's higher harmonics. In this way, humanity's darkest moments often become the seeds of its greatest awakenings. Humanity's responsibility as co-creators. Understanding humanity's role in the feedback loop of the unified field places a profound responsibility on each individual. Every thought, emotion, and action contributes to the collective resonance, shaping the reality we all share. This awareness calls for intentional living, aligning our inner states with the values of love, harmony, and growth. The tools for this alignment are accessible to all. Practices such as meditation, gratitude, and conscious breathing allow individuals to tune into the field's higher frequencies. Acts of kindness, creativity, and service amplify this alignment, creating ripples that extend far beyond their immediate context. But the responsibility extends beyond personal growth. Humanity as a collective must address the systems and structures that perpetuate discord within the field. This includes confronting inequality, protecting the environment, and fostering a culture that values connection over division. By aligning these systems with the principles of the unified field, humanity can create conditions for coherence and flourishing on a global scale. The vision of a unified humanity. The accelerating feedback loop offers a vision of what humanity might become, a species that understands its role as a co-creator within the unified field. This vision is not utopian, It is grounded in the practical application of universal principles. By aligning with the field, humanity can transcend the limitations of ego and division, embracing a shared destiny rooted in love, wisdom, and interconnectedness. This vision challenges us to think beyond our immediate concerns and embrace a larger perspective. It asks us to see ourselves not as isolated individuals, but as integral threads in the fabric of existence, each contributing to the symphony of being. It reminds us that every thought matters, every emotion resonates, and every action ripples outward, shaping the world in ways we cannot always foresee. Toward the threshold. As humanity approaches the threshold of critical mass, the path forward will require courage, resilience, and a willingness to embrace change. The journey will not be without challenges, but the potential rewards are extraordinary. By consciously engaging with the unified field, humanity has the power to create a reality that reflects its highest aspirations, a world of harmony, creativity, and boundless possibility. In this unfolding story, each of us plays a part. Together, we form the feedback loop that drives the evolution of the field, contributing to a legacy that extends far beyond our lifetimes. The field awaits our next move, resonating with the promise of what we might yet become. Chapter 6. The Veil Thins. UAP, Sightings and the Awakening of Awareness. For decades, reports of unidentified aerial phenomena, UAPs, once dismissed as the domain of fringe theorists, have surged into mainstream consciousness. Governments declassify footage, military pilots recount encounters, and scientific communities begin to engage with the phenomenon seriously. Beyond the questions of what these phenomena are and where they come from lies a more profound mystery. Why now? What is the significance of this escalating visibility? And what does it mean for humanity's awakening awareness? A deeper look at the modern surge in UFO UAP reports. From the late 1940s onward, UFO sightings became part of popular culture. However, these sightings often carried a stigma, relegated to the realms of conspiracy and folklore. This began to shift dramatically in the early 21st century as credible sources, military personnel, pilots, and government officials brought forth accounts supported by radar data, video evidence, and first-hand testimony. Incidents like the USS Nimitz encounter in 24, where pilots observed craft with capabilities far beyond known human technology, have captured public and scientific interest. These objects displayed instantaneous acceleration, invisibility to radar, and the ability to operate seamlessly in air and water. Observations like these challenge the limits of physics as we understand them. Yet, the rise in UAP reports is not just about increased documentation. The phenomenon is also marked by a curious synchronicity with humanity's own technological and spiritual evolution. As we develop tools to observe the cosmos more keenly and awaken to the interconnected nature of reality, UAPs seem to appear with greater frequency and clarity. This correlation suggests a deeper interplay. The presence of UAPs may not be random or incidental. It may reflect a deliberate unveiling designed to coincide with humanity's readiness to confront larger truths about the nature of existence. Are we being prepared for revelation? The gradual disclosure of UAPs appears to follow a pattern of preparation. The question is, prepared for what? There are several possible interpretations, each pointing toward a broader evolutionary purpose. The breaking of isolation. Humanity has long perceived itself as isolated, both on Earth and in the universe. The presence of UAPs challenges this isolation, suggesting that we are part of a larger cosmic ecosystem. If these phenomena are manifestations of advanced intelligence, they serve as an invitation to expand our understanding of community beyond the boundaries of Earth. Catalysts for paradigm shift. The technology, movement, and behavior of UAPs defy our conventional frameworks of science and reality. By confronting us with the impossible, they compel us to question long-held assumptions and expand our understanding of the cosmos. This process may be a precursor to integrating humanity into a more universal perspective. Encouragement of conscious evolution. Perhaps the most profound possibility is that UAPs are catalysts for the evolution of consciousness. Many experiencers of UAP encounters report not just awe but profound spiritual transformations, as if the phenomenon operates on a level beyond the physical. By exposing us to realities that transcend material understanding, UAPs may be awakening humanity to its deeper role within the unified field. A test of readiness. The incremental nature of UAP disclosure, piecemeal government admissions, fleeting encounters, and ambiguous evidence may be a deliberate strategy. It allows humanity to acclimate gradually, testing our capacity to integrate new truths without fear or hostility. The ultimate revelation, if it occurs, would likely not be a sudden event, but the culmination of this long process. Consciousness as the medium of contact. Among the most intriguing aspects of UAP phenomena is the recurring suggestion that consciousness itself is the key to understanding and interacting with these entities. Many encounters involve elements of telepathy, precognition, or altered states of awareness, indicating that the relationship between humans and UAPs is not merely technological but profoundly psychological and spiritual. The role of intent. Witnesses often describe a sense that UAPs respond to their thoughts, intentions, or emotions. This suggests that consciousness acts as a bridge, enabling communication and interaction. Such accounts align with the idea that advanced intelligences may operate within or beyond the unified field, using it as a medium for connection. The tuning of awareness. Reports of UAP sightings frequently coincide with shifts in the observer's state of mind, moments of heightened awareness, curiosity, or stillness. This implies that these phenomena may exist at frequencies or dimensions that require a certain alignment of consciousness to perceive. Practices like meditation, mindfulness, or other methods of tuning awareness could enhance humanity's ability to engage with these intelligences. Shared reality. The phenomenon often seems tailored to the observer, appearing in forms that challenge their understanding or expand their perception. This personalization suggests that UAPs may not be entirely external, but exist in a liminal space between objective reality and the psyche. In this sense, contact with UAP is less about encountering aliens and more about engaging with the greater fabric of consciousness itself. A new relationship with the cosmos. The thinning of the veil between humanity and UAPs represents more than a mystery to be solved. It is an invitation to step into a new relationship with the cosmos. This relationship requires us to transcend the dualistic thinking that separates self from other, known from unknown, and material from spiritual. By approaching the phenomenon with curiosity, humility, and an openness to transformation, humanity can begin to integrate the truths that UAPs reveal. These truths may challenge our understanding of reality, but they also hold the promise of profound growth, a journey toward greater harmony with the unified field and our place within it. As the sightings increase and the evidence mounts, one question becomes paramount. Are we ready? Ready to move beyond fear and skepticism, to embrace the unknown not as a threat, but as an opportunity? The presence of UAP suggests that the universe is far richer and more interconnected than we have imagined. The challenge is to meet this revelation not with resistance, but with the courage to evolve. The veil is thinning, and with it comes the potential for awakening. If humanity can rise to this moment, it may find that the phenomenon of UAPs is not a story of distant visitors, but of long-lost neighbors, of kinship across the vast reaches of space and time. The answers we seek are not merely out there. They are within us, encoded in the fabric of the unified field itself. Chapter 7. The Science of Connection. Bridging the mystical and empirical. As humanity's understanding of reality deepens, the boundaries between the mystical and the empirical blur. Ideas once relegated to the realm of spirituality are finding validation through cutting-edge science, particularly in the fields of quantum mechanics and consciousness studies. The unified field, which mystics have described for millennia as the connective fabric of existence, is now being explored through the lens of entanglement, non-locality, and the nature of mind. This chapter examines how science is catching up to ancient wisdom and moving us closer to a unified theory of consciousness. Quantum entanglement and the mechanics of the field. Quantum entanglement is one of the most startling phenomena revealed by modern physics. When two particles interact, Their states become intertwined such that changes to one are instantaneously reflected in the other, regardless of the distance between them. This spooky action at a distance, as Einstein called it, defies the classical notion that objects are separate and independent. Entanglement is more than a scientific curiosity. It challenges the very foundation of our understanding of reality. It suggests that at a fundamental level, the universe is not composed of discrete entities, but is a web of interconnected relationships. This aligns with the mystical concept of oneness, which posits that all things are expressions of a single underlying reality. Physicists speculate that entanglement arises because particles are not truly separate, but are manifestations of a deeper unified field. This field, existing beyond the constraints of space and time, allows information and influence to flow instantaneously. Such a framework aligns perfectly with the notion of the unified field as an interconnected matrix through which consciousness operates. In the mystical tradition, this interconnectedness has long been described as the thread of life or the cosmic web. Quantum entanglement provides empirical evidence that this is more than metaphor. It is the very nature of reality. Non-locality, synchronicity, and mind over matter. Closely related to entanglement is the principle of non-locality, which suggests that phenomena are not confined to a single location in space and time. This concept is not just a feature of subatomic particles. It has profound implications for consciousness and its interaction with the physical world. Synchronicity as evidence of non-locality. Synchronicity, a term popularized by Carl Jung, describes meaningful coincidences that defy causal explanation. Examples include thinking of a friend moments before they call or encountering the same symbol repeatedly during a period of personal transformation. These events suggest that consciousness is capable of perceiving and influencing patterns beyond the limitations of linear causality. In the framework of the unified field, synchronicity occurs because everything is connected. The ripple of intention or thought in one part of the field can manifest as a seemingly unrelated event in another. Mind over matter, the observer effect. The quantum observer effect further supports the role of consciousness in shaping reality. Experiments have shown that the act of observation influences the behavior of particles, collapsing their wave-like potential into a definitive state. This implies that consciousness is not merely a passive witness, but an active participant in the unfolding of reality. Mystical traditions have long taught that thoughts and intentions shape the world. Practices like visualization, prayer, and mantra are based on the principle that focused consciousness can align with the field to bring desired outcomes into manifestation. Quantum mechanics now offers a scientific basis for these practices, suggesting that the act of focusing thought can indeed affect the physical world. Toward a unified theory of consciousness. The convergence of mystical insight and scientific discovery points toward the possibility of a unified theory of consciousness, an understanding that encompasses both the physical and metaphysical dimensions of existence. Such a theory would require us to rethink several fundamental assumptions. Consciousness as fundamental. Rather than treating consciousness as a byproduct of brain activity, a unified theory would recognize it as a primary aspect of reality. Just as space, time, and energy are fundamental, consciousness is the medium through which the unified field expresses itself. The brain as a receiver. In this model, the brain is not the source of consciousness, but a receiver and amplifier of the field's frequencies. Like a radio tuned to specific wavelengths, the brain interprets and localizes the vast non-local intelligence of the field into the subjective experience of thought and perception. Consciousness as the bridge between dimensions. Consciousness operates as the bridge between the material and the immaterial, the personal and the universal. Practices that elevate consciousness, meditation, intentional focus, and acts of love strengthen this bridge, allowing individuals to interact more directly with the unified field. Practical applications of connection. Understanding the mechanics of connection is not merely an academic pursuit. It has profound practical implications for individuals and society. Healing and health. Studies on the placebo effect, demonstrate that belief and intention have measurable impacts on physical health. This suggests that by aligning one's consciousness with the higher harmonics of the unified field, individuals can accelerate healing and enhance well-being. Problem-solving and innovation. The phenomenon of eureka moments often occurs when the mind enters a state of flow or relaxation, allowing it to access deeper layers of the unified field. This principle can be harnessed through techniques that foster creativity and intuition. Global harmony. If collective consciousness shapes the field, then practices that foster empathy, unity, and cooperation have the potential to influence global conditions. Initiatives like synchronized meditation or prayer circles may have far-reaching effects, creating ripples of coherence that counteract discord. The bridge between the mystical and empirical. As we bridge the mystical and the empirical, the divide between science and spirituality begins to dissolve. Both domains seek to understand the nature of reality, and both arrive at the same essential truth. We are profoundly interconnected, not only with one another, but with the very fabric of existence. This realization has the potential to transform not just our understanding of the universe, but how we live within it. By aligning our consciousness with the principles of the unified field, we can transcend the illusion of separation and step into a reality that reflects the harmony, creativity, and boundless potential of the cosmos. The science of connection is not merely a new frontier. It is a return to an ancient wisdom that humanity is finally prepared to rediscover. And as we delve deeper into this understanding, we may find that the greatest mysteries of the universe are not out there but within us, encoded in the silent symphony of the unified field. Chapter 8. The Blueprint of Reality. Thought, Intention, and Manifestation. Reality is not an immutable construct imposed upon us. It is a dynamic interplay of energies, shaped by our thoughts, emotions, and intentions. The unified field, the foundational fabric of existence, acts as both the canvas and the medium through which this interplay occurs. Understanding how the field responds to human intent reveals that we are not passive spectators, but active creators of the reality we experience. How the field responds to human intent. Intent is more than wishful thinking. It is a directed force, a vibrational signature that interacts with the unified field. Every thought generates a subtle energetic ripple, and when paired with focused intention, it gains coherence and potency. Like a tuning fork, the field resonates with this energy, aligning circumstances, opportunities, and synchronicities to reflect the intent. The process works on several levels. Vibrational resonance. The field operates on principles of resonance. When you project a clear and consistent intention, it creates a frequency that seeks out compatible vibrations in the field. This is why focusing on abundance, for example, tends to attract opportunities, while dwelling on lack reinforces scarcity. Amplification through emotion. Emotion acts as a catalyst for intent, amplifying its reach and impact. Positive emotions like gratitude, love, and excitement generate high-frequency vibrations, harmonizing with the field's creative potential. Conversely, fear and doubt introduce discord, weakening the alignment between intent and outcome. Non-linear feedback. The field does not operate on a strict cause and effect timeline. Manifestation often unfolds in unexpected ways, influenced by countless factors within the web of existence. The key is to remain open and flexible, trusting that the field's response will align with your highest good, even if it arrives in a form you did not anticipate. Creating reality through conscious thought. The ancient principle as within, so without encapsulates the process of conscious creation. By cultivating a deliberate inner state, you shape the external circumstances of your life. This is not merely a metaphysical assertion, but a principle supported by modern science and psychology. The power of visualization. Visualization is one of the most effective tools for conscious creation. By vividly imagining a desired outcome, you activate neural pathways that mimic the experience as if it were already happening. This not only primes your mind to recognize opportunities, but also sends a clear signal to the unified field, aligning its resonance with your vision. Example: Olympic athletes often use visualization to enhance performance, mentally rehearsing their routines to create a neural blueprint for success. Similarly, individuals can use this technique to align their inner world with their desired reality. Affirmations and thought reprogramming. Repetition of affirmations, positive, present tense statements, can overwrite limiting beliefs and reinforce alignment with your goals. When spoken with conviction and paired with emotion, affirmations act as energetic commands, reshaping the patterns of the field to reflect your intentions. Example: instead of saying, "I wish I had more confidence," affirm, "I am confident and capable in all that I do." The role of action. Intent alone is not enough. It must be supported by aligned action. The field responds most effectively when thoughts, emotions, and behaviors are congruent. Action serves as a bridge between the vibrational and material realms, anchoring your intent in the physical world. Example: if your goal is to find meaningful work, envision the ideal job, affirm your readiness, and take proactive steps such as networking or acquiring new skills. Practical exercises for tuning into the field. Engaging with the unified field requires practice, focus, and patience. The following exercises are designed to help you align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with the field's creative potential. Daily alignment practice. Morning intention setting. Begin each day by focusing on a clear, positive intention. Write it down or speak it aloud, imagining how it will feel to achieve it. Evening reflection. Before bed, review the day and note moments when your thoughts and actions aligned with your intention. Acknowledge progress and reaffirm your commitment. The gratitude amplifier. Gratitude is a powerful frequency that harmonizes with the field's abundance. Spend 5 minutes daily listing things you are grateful for. Focus on the feeling of gratitude, allowing it to expand within you. Advanced tip: include future manifestations in your gratitude list as if they have already occurred. This creates a vibrational match between your present state and your desired outcome. The visualization portal. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and visualize a specific goal or outcome. Imagine it in vivid detail, how it looks, sounds, and feels. Hold this vision for 5-10 minutes, fully immersing yourself in the experience. End with a sense of gratitude for its fulfillment. Energetic clearing. To align effectively with the field, it's essential to release energetic blockages such as fear, doubt, or resentment. Breathwork. Practice deep, rhythmic breathing to calm the mind and clear stagnant energy. Forgiveness ritual. Identify any lingering grievances and consciously release them through affirmations like, "I let go of this pain and open myself to peace." Tuning into synchronicity. Pay attention to signs, patterns, and coincidences in your daily life. These are often the field's way of guiding you. Keep a journal to track synchronicities, noting how they relate to your intentions. Trusting the process. One of the greatest challenges of conscious creation is releasing attachment to specific outcomes. The unified field responds most effectively to intentions rooted in trust and surrender. Obsessive focus or desperation introduces discord, signaling doubt to the field. Instead, adopt a mindset of detached certainty, holding your vision firmly while allowing the field to determine the how. This process requires faith, not in a religious sense, but in the fundamental interconnectedness of existence. Trust that your intentions, aligned with love and authenticity, will resonate with the field in ways that serve your highest good. Stepping into your role as a creator. To engage with the unified field is to recognize your inherent power as a co-creator of reality. This is not a task for a chosen few, but a universal birthright, available to all who seek to understand and align with the field's principles. By cultivating awareness, refining your intent, and taking inspired action, you can transform your inner world and, in turn, the world around you. The field is not distant or abstract. It is the very fabric of your being, waiting to respond to your deliberate engagement. The blueprint of reality is not static. It is a living, evolving tapestry. And as you tune into the field, you begin to weave your unique thread into the grand design, shaping a reality that reflects the limitless potential of consciousness itself. Chapter 9. The Coming Apotheosis. A glimpse of what lies beyond. Humanity is approaching a threshold, a moment of profound transformation where the collective consciousness may reach critical mass, fundamentally altering the course of existence. This coming apotheosis is a culmination of the evolutionary interplay between life and the unified field. Whether this transition leads to enlightenment or chaos depends on humanity's choices and alignment with the principles of the field. By examining possible futures and considering what alien civilizations might reveal about this next step, we can gain a glimpse of what lies beyond. The critical mass of consciousness and its implications. The unified field is not static. It evolves through the contributions of sentient beings. Each thought, emotion, and action resonates within the field, creating ripples that amplify over time. When a sufficient number of individuals align their consciousness with higher frequencies, love, empathy, and unity, the field reaches a tipping point. This critical mass has the potential to catalyze a collective awakening, transforming not only human society, but the fabric of reality itself. Critical mass does not require every individual to be enlightened. Research on collective consciousness, such as studies on meditation groups influencing crime rates, suggests that even a small, highly focused population can create measurable effects. The phenomenon is akin to a laser beam. While most light scatters, coherent light produces exponential power. Similarly, aligned human consciousness can magnify its impact on the field. At critical mass, humanity's default state of awareness could shift dramatically. Intuition, telepathy, and non-local perception, currently the domain of mystics and isolated experiences, might become widespread. This would dissolve the illusion of separation, fostering a shared understanding of our interconnectedness and accelerating innovation, harmony, and healing. Possible futures: collective enlightenment or chaos. While the promise of enlightenment is compelling, the path to critical mass is fraught with challenges. Just as a star must endure immense pressure before igniting as a supernova, humanity may face intense trials as it approaches this transformational moment. The enlightened future. In this scenario, humanity embraces its role as a co-creator within the unified field. Systems of governance, economics, and technology align with principles of sustainability, equity, and spiritual growth. Alienation gives way to connection as people recognize their shared destiny and work collaboratively to steward the planet and explore the cosmos. Advanced technologies, guided by higher consciousness, eliminate scarcity, heal diseases, and expand human potential. The boundaries between science and spirituality dissolve, revealing a unified framework for understanding the cosmos. Humanity becomes a beacon of light, contributing to the evolution of the field and engaging harmoniously with other civilizations in the cosmic community. The chaotic future. Conversely, if humanity clings to division, fear, and materialism, the approach to critical mass could spiral into chaos. The field, amplifying discordant frequencies, would reflect back humanity's collective dissonance. Environmental collapse, social fragmentation, and technological misuse could plunge the species into cycles of destruction. Yet, even in chaos, there is potential for renewal. The pressure of crisis often catalyzes transformation, forcing humanity to confront its shadows and realign with higher principles. This path may be painful, but it could ultimately serve as the crucible for awakening, forging a more resilient and enlightened civilization. What alien civilizations might reveal about the next step? If humanity is not alone in its evolutionary journey, then alien civilizations, some of which may have already undergone their own apotheosis, could offer invaluable guidance. Their presence in the form of UAPs, enigmatic messages, and transformative encounters suggests that they are aware of our threshold moment. The path of integration. Advanced civilizations likely understand the delicate balance between intervention and autonomy. Rather than imposing their knowledge, they may use subtle methods to nudge humanity towards self-realization. Encounters with UAPs, for instance, often challenge the experiencer's perception of reality, prompting a reevaluation of long-held beliefs and an expansion of awareness. These civilizations might also demonstrate the possibilities that await beyond the threshold. Telepathy, collective consciousness, and the ability to harmonize with the field on planetary or interstellar scales could provide glimpses of humanity's potential. By observing their advanced technologies and philosophies, we can begin to envision what lies on the other side of our current limitations. The role of seeding and monitoring. Many accounts of extraterrestrial activity suggest a deliberate effort to seed life and monitor its development. This aligns with the idea that the unified field evolves through the emergence and refinement of sentient beings. If alien civilizations have participated in humanity's evolutionary process, their continued presence indicates an investment in our success. Their motivations may stem from an understanding of the field's fractal nature. As one part evolves, so does the whole. By guiding humanity toward alignment with the field, they contribute to their own evolution and the broader cosmic symphony. The Apotheosis as a shared event. The coming apotheosis may not be a uniquely human phenomenon, but part of a larger cosmic cycle. Alien civilizations, deeply attuned to the field, could be orchestrating a collective awakening that encompasses multiple species and dimensions. Humanity's awakening, then, would be one thread in a vast interwoven tapestry, a testament to the universality of the unified field. Navigating the threshold. To approach the apotheosis with intention and clarity, humanity must cultivate practices and mindsets that align with the field's higher harmonics. This includes fostering unity, breaking down barriers of race, nationality, and ideology to embrace a shared identity as participants in the unified field. Practicing resonance, engaging in meditation, gratitude, and acts of kindness to elevate individual and collective frequencies. Embracing the unknown, approaching the phenomenon of UAPs and other mysteries with curiosity and humility, recognizing them as opportunities for growth rather than threats. Balancing technology with consciousness, ensuring that technological advancements serve the greater good rather than amplifying division or destruction. A glimpse of what lies beyond. What lies beyond the threshold is not a fixed destination, but a dynamic, evolving reality shaped by our collective intent. The coming apotheosis holds the promise of unprecedented possibilities. Expanded perception. The dissolution of egoic boundaries, allowing individuals to experience the field directly and intuitively. Interstellar connection. Engagement with alien civilizations, not as subjects of study but as co-creators in the cosmic dance. A new paradigm of existence. A reality where science, spirituality, and creativity converge, unlocking potentials we cannot yet fathom. Yet this future is not guaranteed. The field, reflecting back what we project, holds a mirror to our collective state of being. The coming apotheosis invites us to choose, to align with love, wisdom, and unity, or to remain mired in fear and separation. In the end, the apotheosis is less about reaching a destination and more about embodying a process. It is an invitation to awaken, to co-create, and to step fully into our role as luminous threads in the infinite weave of existence. The horizon beckons, and beyond it lies not just a new chapter for humanity but an entirely new way of being. Attunement to higher frequencies. Chapter 10. Bridging Humanity and the Beyond. A New Cosmic Paradigm. The journey toward understanding the unified field reveals a profound truth. Humanity is not an isolated species, bound by the limitations of material existence, but an integral thread in the cosmic tapestry of being. To fully embrace this role, we must align with the field's higher principles, living in harmony with its flow and embracing the interconnected reality it reveals. This chapter explores practical steps to embody this alignment and heralds the dawn of a new era of consciousness. Living in harmony with the field. To live in harmony with the unified field is to recognize its omnipresence in every thought, action, and interaction. This is not merely an abstract concept, but a way of being that honors the intricate interconnection of all life. Harmony arises when we attune to the field's natural rhythms, allowing its creative potential to flow through us unimpeded. Every emotion and thought carries a vibrational frequency. Negative states, fear, anger, and despair, create discord within the field, while positive states, love, gratitude, and joy, enhance its coherence. Living in harmony requires cultivating higher frequencies through practices that elevate the mind and heart. Stewardship of the planet. The field is not confined to human experience. It encompasses the entirety of Earth's biosphere. To align with the field, humanity must adopt a role of stewardship, caring for the planet as a living, interconnected system. This includes sustainable living, reverence for nature, and collaboration with the environment rather than exploitation of it. Recognition of interconnectedness. Harmony with the field demands that we transcend the illusion of separation. Every action ripples outward, influencing the whole. By recognizing our inherent unity with others, human and non-human alike, we align with the field's fundamental principle of interconnectedness. Practical steps for aligning with this deeper reality. Alignment with the unified field is not a passive process. It requires conscious effort and intention. The following steps provide a pathway for individuals and communities to engage with this deeper reality. Cultivate inner stillness. Meditation. Dedicate time each day to quiet the mind and attune to the subtle vibrations of the field. Practices like mindfulness, breath awareness, or transcendental meditation help dissolve mental clutter, allowing the field's wisdom to emerge. Nature immersion. Spending time in nature helps recalibrate the body and mind to the field's natural rhythms. Forests, oceans, and mountains resonate with the field's purity, offering a direct experience of its presence. Practice conscious intention. Begin each day with a clear intention aligned with love, service, or growth. Write it down or visualize it, allowing the field to resonate with your commitment. Avoid scattered or conflicting thoughts, which dilute the coherence of your intentions. Focus on one or two meaningful goals at a time. Engage in acts of service. Service to others amplifies the field's harmony by fostering empathy and connection. Volunteer work, kindness, and generosity ripple outward, enriching both the giver and the receiver. Develop emotional mastery. Emotions are powerful amplifiers of vibration. Practice self-awareness to recognize and release negative emotions before they disrupt your resonance. Techniques like journaling, breathwork, or energy healing can aid in this process. Cultivate gratitude as a daily practice. Gratitude elevates your vibration and harmonizes your energy with the field's abundance. Expand your perspective. Study spiritual and philosophical traditions that emphasize unity, connection, and the evolution of consciousness. Exposure to diverse perspectives fosters openness and understanding. Engage in creative activities that stretch the boundaries of perception, such as art, music, or writing. Creativity mirrors the field's generative power and aligns you with its flow. Foster community resonance. Collective alignment amplifies the field's effects. Join or form communities dedicated to meditation, spiritual growth, or environmental stewardship. The shared energy of such groups can catalyze profound shifts in consciousness. The dawning of a new era of consciousness. As humanity aligns more fully with the unified field, the emergence of a new cosmic paradigm becomes inevitable. This paradigm transcends the divisions of race, nation, and creed, offering a vision of existence rooted in unity, creativity, and purpose. Awakening to the infinite. The new era is marked by an awakening to the infinite potential of consciousness. Intuition, telepathy, and non-local awareness become common experiences, revealing dimensions of reality once deemed inaccessible. Science and spirituality converge, forming a unified framework that integrates the seen and unseen. Global cooperation. With the dissolution of the illusion of separation, humanity begins to act as a single organism. Conflicts rooted in scarcity, fear, or power give way to collaboration. As individuals and nations recognize their shared destiny, resources are allocated with equity, and technologies are directed toward healing and progress. Cosmic integration. Humanity's alignment with the field naturally extends beyond Earth, facilitating meaningful interaction with other sentient beings and civilizations. These relationships are not driven by conquest or competition, but by mutual curiosity and shared growth. The discovery of our place in the greater cosmic tapestry becomes a source of wonder and reverence. Stepping into the new reality. The invitation to align with the unified field is universal, but the choice to accept it lies with each individual. The path requires courage, intention, and the willingness to embrace transformation. As more people step into this reality, the momentum toward a collective awakening grows, drawing humanity closer to the threshold of its apotheosis. This new cosmic paradigm is not merely an idea. It is a living reality, waiting to be realized. By aligning our thoughts, emotions, and actions with the field's principles, we become co-creators of a world that reflects its infinite beauty, harmony, and potential. The era of separation is ending. The age of unity is dawning. Humanity is poised to step across the threshold into a reality where the boundaries between self and other, Earth and cosmos, dissolve. The unified field calls us to awaken, to remember, and to create a new reality, a new way of being.